Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Under Armour Anatomix Spawn 2. So this shoe is only $100. It's pretty much a budget shoe, but they're giving you pretty good tech. So yeah, if you guys want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box, but let's get it started off with the traction. They kept it the same, I guess, idea as last year's model. You know, very long and thin lines, which are very pliable. And durability does not seem good at all. You probably shouldn't play with these outdoors. I do have a little bit of fraying. Yeah, no, actually a good amount of fraying. So yeah, durability, not good at all. And also it's a traction that you're gonna have to break in. So at first, you know, like I was pretty excited because last year's model, the traction was really good. But this, like when I was playing with it at first, it was so bad. It was sliding around, the bite wasn't very good, even when it was clean. So I was like very disappointed. I didn't really like playing in the shoe, but you know, I had to kind of like play through it. And you know, once I broke it in, it started to get pretty good, but like not phenomenal. You know, I'd have to say the stop on it is just like, even on a clean court, was okay. And then it's a really silent shoe. Now there's absolutely no squeak at all. And then once you start breaking it in, it starts to squeak just a little bit, but it's still mostly silent. And then on dust, surprisingly, it also picks up dust, which is weird because last year's model, it pretty much had the same type of pattern and it really didn't pick up any dust. I guess it's because the actual tread, the rubber is a little bit thicker. You know, if you look at last year's model, the actual tread was a little bit thinner, so dust didn't get stuck on the actual part that is in contact with the ground. So yeah, it did pick up dust, and you know, it was a pretty slight wipe and pretty easy wipe, but it still picked up dust nonetheless. So traction on the shoe, not the sexy time, guys, not the sexy time. Moving on to the heel to toe transition. Heel to toe transition was pretty smooth. You have a very nice curve shape here in the heel. You have a very flexible forefoot and a nice curve shape here in the forefoot as well. So heel to toe transition, pretty damn smooth. But there's like really no heel compression. And they caged it up here as well. Like, so I guess moving on to the cushion, you have a full length Micro G midsole. And Micro G, I mean, it hasn't been nice. You know, like in the OG clutch fit drive, it was really nice in that. There was nice compression, nice little bounce. I don't know what they did to it, but it's super stiff. You can feel just a little bit of compression, just like on the sides. And also they caged it up here for some reason. Like the rubber outsole comes up, cages this part, and then kind of acts as an external heel counter, I guess. I would say court feel is pretty good. It's definitely not as good as last year's, but it's still pretty good. And I guess it's responsive. You know, there's absolutely no compression, there's no bounce, it's not soft or anything. But impact protection also isn't good. And to be honest, just a regular Phylon, a regular, I guess, Converse can do the same thing. You know, those shoes have, you know, very responsive cushion setups with bad impact protection. So like, I don't know what they were trying to do with this, but I guess if you want like a responsive cushion, you're gonna get it here, but it's definitely like, I don't like it at all. Moving on to the material. The material is basically a mesh throughout the entire upper. I guess in the midfoot area, they switch it up to like a neoprene type of material. I actually kind of like it, you know, it's super soft, it conforms to your foot really well, it's very thin, but also like kind of supportive. It doesn't stretch out that much. I mean, it does stretch out over time, obviously, like all meshes do, but like while you're playing, it doesn't stretch, you know, like stretchy knits and stuff like that. So that's good. The tongue is pretty plush, I like that, and there is a good amount of padding here in the ankle area, which adds to the overall comfort of the shoe. But like, I like looking at it, this mesh material, in my personal opinion, kind of looks cheap, even though it kind of like feels nice. But you know, on foot and all that, it feels good. And of course, you do have a fused material over part of the toe area for toe drags and extra added durability. Moving on to the fit. So for the fit, at first, it fit pretty well, but this mesh material actually stretches out a lot over time, which I don't really like, because at first, like I said, it was a really good fit for me. You know, it was pretty snug, and width-wise, I would say it was more on the normal side. But then once I kept playing in it and breaking it in, and then this material eventually stretched out, the fit isn't good for me anymore. You know, it's a little roomy. Like, it's not to the point where it's like really annoying, but you know, I do notice it, and personally I do like to have a really snug fit, which I don't have anymore in the shoe. So just watch out for that. I would say lengthwise, go true to size. If you want a really snug fit, and like I said, because it does stretch out, you might even get away with going down half a size. So yeah, that kind of sucked for the fit. As far as support and lockdown goes, support and lockdown was really good. You know, you have this plastic piece basically covering the midfoot, and I guess kind of in the forefoot as well. And then you have an internal TPU heel counter. So lateral containment was really good in this shoe. And the lateral stability was also really good. There's really no outrigger, but it's a very low cushion setup. Also a very flat base. So I didn't have any problems with a rolling motion or anything. As far as the weight goes, I remember this shoe being pretty damn light. Yeah, 11.15 ounces. It's a super light shoe, very minimal feeling as well. But it feels kind of like that cheap light, you know what I'm saying? So like most cheap shoes, they don't use a lot of tech, resulting in a lighter feeling shoe, and most shoes that have more tech tend to be a little bit heavier. It is a light and minimal feeling shoe, but it's not very responsive because the traction isn't very good. So that does kind of suck. As far as, you know, casual use, you know, step-in comfort, this shoe is not very comfortable because the cushion isn't very comfortable. I guess the mesh material is, but you know, overall, casually walking around, there are better options out there. As far as the ventilation goes, it was really good in the shoe because this mesh material allows for a good amount of airflow through this, you know, through this upper. So ventilation, very, very nice. As far as durability goes, durability doesn't seem very good. You know, the outsole doesn't seem very durable, and this mesh material, I feel like, I mean, I guess there is fuse and stuff, but overall, like, especially like here, I feel like can develop a hole over time. So it doesn't seem like the most durable shoe out there. Alright, moving on to the aesthetics. Definitely not a fan. I don't think it's a great looking shoe at all. I guess I kind of like the white colorway, but the overall silhouette I don't like. Tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. Wrapping things up, I mean, is it a good performer? No, I didn't like it. You know, fit wasn't very good for me. Cushion was very bad. Traction wasn't good. So yeah, I really wouldn't recommend getting this shoe. And even for that $100 price tag, it's a cheap shoe. Performance just isn't that good, and there are other cheaper options out there that are better performers. So yeah, this is going to be a no-go for me. So that concludes my review of the Anatomix Spawn 2. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.